All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I was being too aggressive and tripped the breaker. So hopefully I don't do that again. While I was waiting for the computer to restart, I've put I pounded in some wedges here, some maple wedges to try and free up the blade. I think I've got it loosened up enough, and I'll try not to be quite so aggressive going forward here. So here we go. And seems like I was doing pretty well until the end there. Let's try that some more. All right. Here we go. Got, looks like a pretty nice 2-inch cut there. So I'll put that in the homemade kiln right over here. Just drying those out. Let's see what the moisture is first. 51% right now. 52. And let's see, for stuff that's been in there for a little while, this one's down to 11%. Wow. It's getting pretty close to being able to use. All right, let's cut up the rest of this. And hey, Miss Heather B, thanks for coming back. Yeah, like and subscribe, everyone. Appreciate that. Sorry about my issue earlier with tripping the breaker, shutting off the computer that's running the live stream. So let me clean up some of the dust here. Bring my blade guide down a bit, if it'll let me. Not sure why. Oh, you know what? That's probably why. Looks like it had something jammed in there. No wonder it was being mean to me earlier. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, I think so. All right. let's go. All right, now got some rod on this one. Not sure how useful this guy's going to be, or this one really. Not even sure I want to bother slicing this. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that because it's dug into here. I don't have much surface area here to reference. And because I didn't do a great job on the first cut here, this curves in. So if I'm trying to ride the fence here, the blade's going to pull that guy down, and it's just not very safe. So I'm not even going to bother trying to cut that guy, at least not right now. Not in my current setup. And let's see, get a couple new stickers here. And we'll get that guy drying in the kiln. And welcome everyone. Remember to double tap, subscribe to see more. Yeah, amen. Amen. All right, so I need to get this cleaned up, and then I want to take a stab at cutting something way bigger. So I've been cutting slabs yay big, but with my expanded table, I can handle stuff that's a lot bigger than what I've been cutting, because I knew that I had a bunch of sycamore waiting out on the patio. So I'm going to try that guy. So stay tuned after my vacuuming here. We're going to see what we can do about getting that sycamore. Oh, you know what? Whew. I'm glad I haven't tried putting it on there yet, because I forgot one of the features of my expanded table that actually makes it much more secure. Right there. And relatively simple method that gets it much more stable and able to handle much more weight. All right, so let me move my makeshift fence, get this cleaned off a little, and then we'll try going with the sycamore. All right, so I'm going to move my fence out of the way completely, because you know what? I think I'm going to use the workbench to do this. Let me move some stuff, clear room for the sycamore here. All right. Whew. Okay. So this seems like a pretty flat surface. Let me see if my jig will actually work on this. So I've got a little straightening jig, a ripping jig. It's just a couple pieces of plywood. And so that should ride flat on the table. And I've got it cut on an angle there so that it can fit under most of the logs. Won't have any trouble on this log. And so then I'll just sink a couple of screws. Actually, I think I'm going to sink more than a couple into this guy because he is a bit bigger than what I've been working with. So, and you know what? I'm going to go with bigger screws too. Let's go with these guys. So I'll go try to do 3 and get ones that have. All right. And I just like to magnetize right down here for my extra bits. So then got my Torx bit that I use often. I've got a Phillips bit that I use often. So that way I'm not having to hunt for where my bits are. So here we go. So just go right here. Yeah, the Phillips is not catching nearly as well as the Torx does. You know what? Maybe I'll go with Robertson. Although those are a little longer than I wanted, but and I don't have my Robertson bit out. So let me get a Robertson bit. I think I lost the one that I usually use because I think somebody stole my impact driver. Had to buy this one. Well, I didn't have to buy this one, but I did buy this one as a replacement, and that bit is too big. Let's see if I've got another bit that will work easily. How about this guy? That should work. And all right, here we go. All right, I don't want to put him in too far right now because I want to make sure I can get these other screws. Go. And do one more here, somewhat in the middle. Love it when the bit stays. I was just watching another creator the other day talking about a bit holder that actually holds on to the bit. So, all right, that's on there securely. So let's see if we can safely move it onto the bandsaw. You're watching Pelado Creations, by the way. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And you can watch all sorts of our content. Ugh. All right. Looks like that's going to hold. All right. I think I'm going to try cutting this down the middle, right through the pith. So let's see what that looks like. Got to position this right around there. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna put my fence right on the edge of the original table. All right, that should be good. And let's see if I need to. All right. Whew. All right. Now, the one thing I'm not sure, well, there are lots of things I'm not sure about, but one of the things I'm not sure about. Oh, hey, thank you, Luke. Got a super chat from Luke. Appreciate that. From Luke from Dublin. Checking in. Let's see. Sorry about that, but I really needed the impact driver. Hey, Miss Heather. Well, I hope you make good use of it. Let's see. Yeah, like and subscribe. Pelado's a great. Oh, Miss Heather, you don't have to lie to. You don't have to lie about me. I'm a great guy. Whatever. And great to see you, Luke. Hope you're well. Let's get those likes up. Yeah, hit the likes. Hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate it. Double tap the screen. Getting there. Nearly over the flu. Oh, good. Thanks. Good thing you're getting better, Luke. Appreciate it. Yeah, glad you're almost better. Sweet. All right. So let's see if this will work. And hopefully I don't cut the power again, because earlier today, my last live, before I had to restart this one, I tripped the breaker. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more judicious this time. All right, here we go. let's take a look at this Sycamore. All right, got a little knot there and there. I like the figure in here. Can you guys see that? Some nice looking wood. What do you guys think? Worth cutting this thing up? All right, let me put this one to the side for now. Let's see how flat it is. Yeah, it's pretty flat. Pretty flat. I'm pretty pleased with how that went. I am pretty pleased. Let's see, more likes equals more bandsaw action. Absolutely. Let y'all go. Hey, thanks for being here, Luke. Appreciate it. Give your regards to Calvin. Yep. Say hello to Calvin for everybody. Catch you again. Yep. Thanks, Luke. ATP. Hey, good to see you. Just stopping by to say hello. Hell of a viewing right now. Hey, thanks. Thanks for being here. Mind yourself as well. Crushing it. Get those likes up. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Mind yourself as well, Heather. Okay, yeah, I said that already. Looks awesome. Killing it right now. Way to go. Thanks, ATP. Beautiful piece of wood. Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with how that looks. That's gonna have some cool grain. All right, let me vacuum this up. I'm actually gonna move this guy off as well. Ugh. It's a good thing I work out by not working out. All right. And get some of those bigger chunks out of the way so they don't clog up my hose. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to move my jig. And not sure how well you guys can see this. My got another camera that is misbehaving at the moment. Doesn't want to be recognized by the streaming software. So we'll just go it alone with this one for now. All right. I'm going to try to carefully back these out. Give myself a little bit more room here. Okay. Okay, come on now. Huh. There we go. And finish with that one. and it wants to rock, which is what I suspected, which is why I wanted it further away from me. All right. Now, let's see if this is too tall for this way. Hey, looks like that should work. Let's try that again. It's not working too well, but it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. That should work. Oh, except I want to keep the bit. All right. And let's see if I need to adjust the fence. Whew. Let's see. I'm going to leave it where it is because that's easy. All right. Let me catch up on chat here. Hey, Calvin, thanks for being here. Let's see. What will I be making from it? That is a great question. I have no idea. Right now, I'm just milling it up so I can dry it out so that I can make something in the future, because it's going to take a while for this wood to dry. Normally, you would expect a year for each inch of thickness. I'm cutting stuff into 8/4, which is 2 inches thick. So you'd think, oh, okay, well, that's going to take 2 years to dry. But I like to accelerate the process with my homemade kiln. And so I've got pear wood in there right now. This is Sycamore. And I've got stuff in here that I just put in here. These two right here, we're measuring 50-some% moisture. But one that's been in here for a week or two right up here was measuring 11%. So I prefer 2 weeks versus 2 years on waiting for that wood to be dry enough to use. All right. Showing love is the way. Hey, thanks for being here, Showing. Hit the like button. Yeah, I agree with Miss Heather. Hey, Todd, thanks for being here. Pelado's killing it. Subscribe, get on the ground floor of the Pelado movement. Spam the heart, y'all. Hey, thank you. Shock face spamming. Just subscribed. Oh, yeah, just subscribe to Todd. Todd's a great channel, too, over at LJ Woodworks. Todd was very kind to me on helping me learn how to use my lathe. So I've got my old lathe over here. It's from the 1930s. And Todd was instructing me on how to use my lathe tools so that I can actually make things and not hurt myself or others. He's a great dude. All right. Let's see. I'll say those numbers are wildly inaccurate. to subscribe to your channel. Joe and just subbed back. Heavily dependent on the climate. Thanks, Joe and Love. Oh yeah, the moisture meter readings. You're probably right that they're not that accurate, but I figure directionally they're pretty good. So, you know, like I measured the one that I just cut. It was 50 some percent, and then measured one from a couple weeks ago, and it's 11%. So it's going in the right direction anyway. And let me just check and see if I can use my other camera. Nope. Still nothing on that. Hopefully it'll come back online at some point, but maybe not. Okay. Thanks, Show and Love. Show and Love is the way. All right. Here we go. Oh. Just noticed my blade guard is up way too high. I need it to be more down here. That should give me a much higher quality cut. It'll make it so the blade doesn't wiggle so much through the wood. That might be a tad too low. All right, I should be able to get through. All right, let's go at it again here. ATP, just subscribe, sweet. Kevin Durick is in the house. Good to see you, Kevin. Rainy's here. Thanks for being here. And all right. I'm trying to take it slow. So I don't want the blade to bind up. Oh. Just had my support down here fall out. I'm like, I would rather not risk having not enough support on my infeed. So I'm not sure. I must have bumped it earlier. All right, that should be good. Although I was noticing I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping this on the fence. So shame on me. Hey, Calvin, thank you. Thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. All right. Go. Looking pretty good. I didn't keep that quite as flat or quite as straight as I was hoping, but it's still pretty good. All right, so now I can take the jig off entirely because I've got two sides that are mostly flat and perpendicular. So, oh, that's that's part of the jig. All right. Oh, come on now. I'm going to blame my poor impact driver work on this being a different impact driver than I'm accustomed to. Blame it on the impact driver that got stolen. Oh, almost out. Oh, come on. And then it's get in there. Duh. See if I can get a better angle on this. There we go. That's better. All right. Put the jig over there. And I'm not putting this in my kiln right away because of that. This tree, I think, was killed by disease and bugs and stuff. So before I put it in the kiln, I'm going to treat it for bugs because my kiln doesn't get hot enough to kill bugs. So I've got to kill them an alternate way. And let me get the other half over here set up on my on the jig. This ripping jig. Let's see. Catch up on chat. Rot is character if you can work around it. True. If I can work around it. That's not a given. Pentacryl or wood stabilizer and tung oil mineral spirits, and the rot becomes like pretty figure. Ah, it's good to know. I'll have to follow up with you later on that. Rot is not a problem with epoxy. True. Epoxy also true. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to run to the shop and drop sawdust. Yeah. Go ahead and Kevin, if you can post links for everybody, appreciate that. Is that a spider? No, it's just a bug. Not sure what kind. Manual bug death. Hairspray and a lighter. Hey, Scoodoobie. Thanks for being here. All right. Let me get This guy wants to stay in the hole, so he's gotten a little stuck in there. So I don't like it when he gets stuck in my in the jig. It's not supposed to happen that way. All right, so he might be done. All right, let's see if I can get the jig on in this direction. This guy might be impeding my progress. Let's see if I can do it better on the other side. Or, you know what, I'm just going to use a straight board instead. It's not as long, but should be able to do the job. All right, so I'm going to put a hole right there and right there, I think. So let's get that and the drill. Right around here. And I'll sink a screw in there. Ah! All right, I'm not gonna drill it all the way in yet. All right, and then right around here. I'm gonna keep my thumb far away here. All right, come on, bit. Come back to me. That's one thing about the Robertsons too. I've noticed the Robertsons seem to stick to the bit much more than other types. And oh, it looks like I still have a little Torx 1.5 inch screw there. Come on. All right, still a little bit loose. Okay, looks like it's over here that's the problem. That should work. Okay. Let's bring it back over here. And let's see where we need to cut on this one. I'm guessing around the same spots. Move it over a little here. That's pretty much right down the pith, which may or may not be the best place to be cutting it up. All right, let's see if I need to adjust one side versus the other here. Oh yeah, quite a bit. Here we go. All right. I'll just double check here. All right. Let's see how that does after I check on chat. Yeah, Skidooby, Rainy, Heather, showing love. Just subscribe to Heather B. Gotcha back. Station identification, y'all. Yeah, we are at Pelado Creations. Thanks all for being here. Feel free to jump in the chat. Tell us, where you're watching from, what you love about the channel. And sounded good. Right on, Daddy-O. WKRP in Cincinnati. We are not in Ohio. We are in Idaho. So everyone feel free to tell us where you're watching from. All right, I am going to throw on the, oh, Kevin's in Toronto. Keeping it real. Everyone who's watching, thank you so much for being here, for your likes, for your subscriptions, for the super chats. Love it. Thank you, everyone. Let's see. Got super chats earlier from Luke and from Calvin. Those are always very appreciated. Makes it a lot easier to keep going and producing content. So anyone who wants to super chat or become a member, appreciate it a lot. All right, that is some cool grain in there. I wonder what to do with that. That's cool. So it's right where a branch is coming up. You can see I earlier shaved this off with the chainsaw outside, not on the live. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's some cool figure. All right, so I'll throw that over here. I'll take this. I'm going to remove my screws. And let's see, where is everybody? Whoa, got a lot of chat here I need to catch up on. All right, Toronto. All right. I was way behind somehow. Okay. How are you doing? Waynona Way, watching from Saskatchewan, Canada. Love having the Canucks here. More like keeping me broke. All right. Welcome. Give Pelado a minute to say hi. Yep. Loves to meet new folks. Yep. Yeah, I've communicated with Waynona in other chats for sure. I'm not sure if I don't remember if you've been on mine before, Waynona, but thanks for being here. Let's see. If he doesn't, he'd be in some big trouble. See, you fit in well here. The question is, Wayne, is Wayne wearing pants? I'm not sure that we want to know the answer to that question. And let's see, Scoodoobie's in Illinois. One of the things I love about watching Pelado's channel is the wide variety of projects. Amen, brother. We do all sorts of things here. Some of them even, well, not many, but a few of them. Get the likes up. Yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, all the good stuff. Let's see, just subscribed. Yesterday maybe I turn a pen later after the football game, just threw up a short with a floating planter stand. See how that goes. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out. Of course, I had forgotten to like it. Is it CFL season? That's a good question. Showing love, thanks. Love you back. Saskatoon. That might be right. I'm not sure. Glad to help remind Scoodoobie. Thank you, brother. Sorry to correct you, sister. Oh, I'm a sister. Oh, I was unaware all this time. I appreciate you correcting me. I'd rather be corrected than continually being wrong. Don't tell my wife that. All right. Think she likes it when I'm continually wrong. Okay. I might not have enough length to get back in there. This has never happened before. Yeah, I think my collar here is preventing me from getting far enough in. Okay. Come on. All right. Got the one. Yeah, no, it's just not. Let me see if I've got a different sleeve that will be more accommodating. There we go. Let's see if that'll work. Can you guys even see what I'm doing here? All right, come on. I feel like the Torx is easier to connect and release than the Robertson. I know this might be blasphemy to the Canucks that are watching, but all right, there we go, got that off. But I think I do prefer the Torx. All right, so now let's do some 2-inch slabs after I vacuum. All right, so get my rulers here. Okay, right about where I need it. There we go. All right. Okay. Showing love. Don't countersink. So yeah, that's true, Kevin. I shouldn't have. I just wanted to make sure I had enough bite into the work piece itself, but I don't usually go quite that deep. Raja, hey, thanks for being here, Raja. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Wayne. Raja, how you doing? Wayne's jumping around from here to. Oh, is Vice on right now? I'll have to finish up and jump over there too. Just subscribe to your channel, Raja. Thanks, Sean. Hold on, let me get my finishing nails and spread them on the floor. Thank you, brother. Barefoot and thumbtacks is what I prefer on the shop floor. Realized that I stole the impact driver before. Yeah. Everyone that I just subscribed to will be watching out for your live streams too. Yep. Sweet. And Kevin's going to be adding content soon. Sweet. Got something great to look forward to. All right. Get a little push stick here and let's get going on our slabs. All right, looks pretty cool. All right. So like I said, I'm not putting this in the kiln quite yet because I want to treat it for bugs first. All right, and let's treat this for filth first. All right, we got some more slabbing to do over here. And massive push. Yeah, not exactly the biggest, but yeah, it works. A little bit of cherry offcut. Let's see, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe, set the bell notification. Absolutely. Appreciate everyone for being here. And thank you, showing love. Bugs add character, yeah. I mean, really, that can be very true. They can add some pretty cool visual content to the wood. Be waiting for your content, brother. Yep. It helps to spray bug killer into the vacuum just in case. Oh, good idea. Good idea. More than welcome. Amen, brother. All right. Let's see if I need to lower. No, that's right. Just about right. Let's keep going. Move this guy over here. And put this guy over here. And we'll just keep going. If it moves, I can kill it. Adjusting the body Ventura. Predator. Nice.